For Nampak, the objective of this particular TV commercial was really to start understanding what drives the passion behind the vision. And for Nampak, it was really starting to have the conversation and lead the way with the consumer about packaging. It was really to create an awareness about the fact that packaging touches everybody's lives. And no matter where they are in the world or who they are, it's part of their life, although they never really knew it.
The demographics of the target audience, bearing in mind that every consumer does come into contact with packaging, for us to narrow it down, we had a look at who is making the purchase decision, or perhaps who is doing the physical purchasing of the product. And to us, that's generally your mom, so it's female. And then if you look at the consumers who are aware of the impact of packaging and the green issues around packaging, it's generally your LSM 7 to 10. So our target market was, our primary target market was females 7 to 10, and our secondary market was men LSM 7 to 10.
So the marketing intent really was to give packaging a voice and a personality, and as such give Nampak that personality. It was really to start positioning Nampak as a responsible corporate in line with our below-the-line advertising campaigns that are currently running.
The brief to Gendel was to come up with a TV commercial that clearly communicated diversity of products, packaging products for Nampak, and to do it in such a way that we didn't lose the element of Nampak being a responsible corporate.
The way we'd like to see the TV commercial taking the Nampak brand forward is really to inspire others to think about packaging, to use packaging, and to understand that at the end of the day there is a sustainable message and a corporate message behind this.
Our point of entry into the Nampak campaign was basically the understanding that packaging is a very low interest category. Ironically, even though packaging is a low involvement category, consumers come into contact with the Nampak packaging almost every single day. And it's because Nampak is so ubiquitous that the obvious interaction between the consumer and the interaction with the packaging is something that we really wanted to highlight, because consumers have started to take Nampak really for granted. So the TVC is quite innovative. It showcased the relevance of Nampak packaging in daily life. And beyond that, for us, we wanted to incorporate some of the key corporate pillars into the TVC itself. Innovation comes across very strongly because that is one of the core corporate focuses. But beyond that, Nampak is a very humble brand, and we want to ensure that the TVC actually did encapsulate some of that spirit.
The agency's creative concept for the brief was very innovative and novel. It was great in that it used an attention-grabbing device of showing something that wasn't there.
The Nampak Diversity TV commercial brief was a great challenge creatively, and I think the first kind of obvious route was to take packs, show the different containers, do something interesting, something quirky by showing the actual packs. But we delved a little bit deeper, and I think the idea we came up with was unique. And we came up with the idea of various South Africans interacting with packs, but the twist is that you actually don't see the packaging at all. So, it's the old saying of when you want to draw attention to something, you actually don't show it. So we had these like 5 scenarios of South Africans dispensing products, but the beauty of it is that you didn't actually see the packs at all. In other words, you only saw the content. So this made for a really lovely, unexpected kind of TV commercial. Using different South Africans of all walks of life also enhanced the diversity aspect of the commercial. And after approval, the daunting task now was to actually make this work from a production point of view. We went far afield as London, and we spoke to a lot of people, did a whole lot of research of what the best way was to do this, to paint out the packs or to do this in 3D. And eventually, Johnny Cohen, the director, I think came back with the best treatment, best solution. And that was really to shoot the packs in perspex or see-through containers. And then what we do in post is we just paint out what we needed to. We just painted all the reflections and actually painted out the packs in a flame. So that worked really well. A very tedious process, but I think the end result speaks for itself. It's crucial that the contents had to look real. In other words, you can see them holding the pack, but not showing any packs whatsoever, or any part of the container whatsoever. So the clear perspex was a great idea, and we had a model maker, mold maker, shape the exact size and the shape of the real, for example, jungle oats. You know, the exact proportions and all that were actually used in making the perspex containers. The tone of the commercial, in fact, although you're looking at something very quite serious, intense from a production point of view, and it's sophisticated and visually of what's going on, but the tone and the soundtrack we've chosen is very quirky, light-hearted, upbeat, and I think it just gives it it takes it away from being too serious. And we also we used a lot of sound effects to also enhance each of the pack scenarios. You know, just what that sound really would sound like, you know, when you open it or when you pour a specific product.
When Gendel presented the concept to us, it ticked so many boxes in terms of it was an innovative, novel idea. It showed all of the packaging substrates that Nampak works in. It showed diversity of product, not only from a substrate perspective, but also from a consumer usage occasion perspective, and also from a demographics. Pretty much everyone and anyone at some point in their life comes into contact with packaging, and they really hit the nail on the head with that. The director's treatment from Johnny Cohen was very, very good in that he really took a slice of life from South African consumers, which was spot on.
If it's in a pack, it's probably Nampak. Packaging excellence.